go straight into it. I think.
Hey man, you fought a stupid for a wise man. For know it all like yourself, you should have known better. Should have covered our tracks. Hey man, you fought a stupid for a wise man. Go ahead and try me, go ahead and try me, go ahead and try me, go ahead and try me.
Hey boy, double bass, Nika.
Guten Abend, guten Abend.
I do like that song. Sorry. I enjoy it.
Big
Let's
up,
go.
big up. Welcome back to Don't Trip. Yeah, don't trip on your way in, don't trip on your way out. Don't trip all day, every day. We don't trip.
We don't trip.
And sorry, I'm feeling random today. This is the football podcast by grown people with grown opinions, sometimes sounding as if we're arguing, but trust me, we're not arguing. We're just talking really loudly. And I am JR, and I just want to big up myself, and then the rest of the gang can big themselves up. So, go to my right, man like Pyro.
Yes, big up.
Nice. Rhymer, not Dan, not Trimmer.
Trimmer Dan. My name is weird. Like, that's so funny. I never realized until someone said that's the Trimmer, and I was like, I got that name when I was like 13, and then by the time we worked it out, I was like 15, 16. I was like, I ain't changing it, bro. You get me? So
Trimsy.
all
Jack
good.
Grealish. One
Really?
Man City, Jack Grealish.
Sure.
Wow.
What's he doing rubbish? Okay.
Surely he's
Goal's a goal.
All right.
Wow.
But yeah, big up everyone. Hope everyone had a good week. What?
Man like Ren.
Evening. Dale. No Arsenal shirt today.
Okay.
Next time.
Sorry.
But yeah, wait a minute. Yeah. So you're telling me, yeah? When Man United lose, man don't want to turn up for the pod. Where's the Man United man?
But you can't let him do that, because that means he'll never turn up for the pod, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I wasn't feeling
And one on penalties.
in Liverpool. I think there was a time when I wasn't feeling well and Liverpool was shaking. So I think that sometimes it's just coincidence. But
What do you say? Liverpool was what?
I said there was one time when I wasn't feeling well, and I think Liverpool might have lost that game or drew.
They
Or something.
didn't lose nothing. Liverpool never lose nothing, Reg. They never lose nothing. Goodness. You might have been sick, but Liverpool didn't lose. I tell you that for free.
Right, but yeah, but isn't it gonna happen again? Aren't they gonna lose again at some on a
I'm just thinking about the last pod. Man was excited. Man's of the week is Man United, and they drew again. And we played really well against Liverpool. Listen, I want that brother back here today. You get what I'm trying to say? You get me? Man's talking about, oh no, we've got better form than the past 2 games that I've seen. Come on. You need to hold some smoke. You get what I'm saying?
But I'm sure there'll be more time for that, because boy, like that's what them man are on there still.
Well, boy,
but funny enough,
yeah.
Actually going into the next topic. Now, so we're gonna do a roundup of the games that finished. So start off with we will start off with. Should we start off with the team that was there? Yeah, we'll start with the team that was there. We'll start off with Chelsea. No, not Chelsea. We'll start off with Newcastle. Newcastle lost. They got a slapping. They got a slapping 4-1.
To reality.
Right? Right? That gives Arsenal a little bit of hope, right? That they can get slapped 4-1. Leicester, shock, they lost as well. 2-0. All right.
Yes,
Crystal Palace. Now for a while they were my of the week, and now they're picking up some form. And they won 2-0 at West Ham. Liverpool, no, they didn't lose. They beat Brentford in the last few minutes. Nunes, really showing up.
Double,
playing. You know, I've stuck up 4. He's done well.
Just to cut you there 1 sec. I'm sure we had a conversation last 2-0, Man City, Haaland. Sorry, we had a conversation last time on the pod. And what was they saying about Nunes? What was man saying about Nunes? I can't remember exactly, but like he's a flop. I'm saying this guy ain't a flop. When he plays, he scores. And the manager's got it right. Because he ain't been playing. But when he play, he's been scoring.
I think Nunes would get goals for Arsenal, but that's a different conversation.
I think he suited better for Arsenal, 100%.
Yeah,
I would take him over all of these prospects right now that they're throwing names at. Kukuna, Valovic. Give me Nunes.
We'll get into that a bit later. So then we'll go to Arsenal. They had a stressful 2-2, going up 2-0, losing the 2-0 lead because of the same issues. You know,
What do you mean? Can you elaborate on what you mean by the
same issues that you've got to take your chances. You got to extend your lead and make it so. There's a saying that 2-0 is a dangerous lead, right? Because it's a type of lead that you people can score 2 goals, like it's doable. 3 goals will really knock it out of a team, but 2 goals are a very dangerous lead. And we had chances, we didn't take them, and then boom, Villa took the chances they had. They got a shooter. They got a shooter, but why would you say that? It's not necessary. But
I didn't even hear it. It was so slick.
They have to be like nasty, that. I mean, we're ready to start. So anyway,
2-1 Dembele. That game's popping. I should watch that game.
And then Everton won 3-2 against the mighty Spurs. Dominic Calvert-Lewin got a goal in that one.
What goal? Did anyone see the goal? Did anyone see Calvert-Lewin's goal?
Yeah, it was bad, but
the next shoot as well, the 10.
What, and Day?
Yeah.
And Dubs.
Man, he went for rising ball at the Prem.
Say again?
Get ball. Yeah, that will definitely get ball. And then Man United at home. So I think that must have been a win. No, wait, let me check. No. They lost 3-1 to Brighton.
Comprehensively.
Epic game. Nottingham Forest continue their good form by beating Southampton 3-2, which is kind of expected because Southampton are trash. And then Ipswich.
Couldn't they have lost that? I mean, not lost that. Couldn't they have drawn that? Wasn't it because they were winning, weren't they? And then the other team come back. So wasn't it?
They've got Aaron Ramsdale on goal, so that's why. That's why. He made a shocker.
That's easy to say now, though, because he was good for you, lot.
Yeah,
I think
he was good. That was good. Sterling was good.
Yeah, he was good. He was very good. Not as good as that at Man City. At Man City, he was flavors. No.
Yeah, but he was good. He was good enough to be bought for 50 million.
50 million.
Straight, like, he was good at Man City too.
Yeah, he was sick.
Yeah. How people were good.
Yeah, I think realistically, the problem with people like um uh people like him and also who else would be a good example? Like no, actually, no,
Of being good.
just Sterling. Like the thing is, it's like you have your moment, you play in the system, you use everything to your disposal, and then when you come out of that system, you come away from those types of players. All of a sudden,
Can't perform.
you're just trying to, and you can't perform. And then the thing is like you're getting older while this is happening, and he's picking up injuries while this is happening. So you can't sustain any kind of momentum, even if you're like, I need to play the next 3-4 games so I can get some goals. You ain't getting that. So you have to sit down.
So are you saying? So do you think? Do you think it was a waste of time being in Arsenal taking Sterling? Do you think it wasn't worthwhile?
I mean, like the end of the season will tell, because if he scores some important goals towards the end of the season, then you could say, well, thank God we had him. But like at the moment, I don't see the value in it. I would say, like, I would have.
You don't play him.
Sorry,
you guys don't play him.
Yeah, but
we started today.
Sorry,
you still have to earn it. Like the thing is, in reality, in the top level, you have every minute you have to earn. Like you might be on £300,000 a week, but you have to earn your starting position. Like Marcus Rashford, right, scored the most amount of goals in a season since Van Persie, Rooney, top rated players. But if he has a bad season, he has to sit down because you need to earn your right to start. If you're not earning it right, it doesn't matter how much you get.
He's had to sit down. He's had to sit down so bad that he might sit out, like just actually leave.
The thing is, are you talking? Sorry, you're talking Rashford there.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm talking about Rashford.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we kind of.
Okay.
So my perspective is just everyone has to earn their minutes. So, like as an example, I think Sterling, the problem he's had is that he's come on and he's in some games he's not looked terrible, but he's not scored, he's not assisted, and it's kind of like, well, why should you start ahead of someone who might not even be as good as you, but might score and assist?
When he comes on, doesn't he assist?
No.
No, he's not really. He's not really had 2-2. Bradley Barcola, sorry.
Villa.
PSG 2, Man City 2.
No.
2.
Well,
sorry, to finish up the round, then we're going to get back to that.
Yeah. So we'll move on. So final games, Ipswich lost 6-0 to Man City, which is a talking point going forward. And then the final game was Chelsea against Wolverhampton, which is an interesting one because that was local Chelsea fan. That is your first win in 3 or 4, right?
First win in 2025, I believe.
Yeah, we take it and we move on.
Yeah, well, but why? Like, it's a bit crazy. It was going really, really well, and then it kind of just kind of.
We got.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's inconsistent. It's so inconsistent because we don't have. We started to play our best team. The 11 that we wanted to play started to become available, and then now they're not. Reece James is like on minutes restriction. Lavia's out again. It just messes with the balance and stuff. And all that.
Game this season. I know he scored the other day. I was surprised when somebody did in the group that he scored. But has he started again?
Yeah, he started on the weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, he is just a mad player because even when he'll be injured and he'll come back and he'll still just be restrained. It's so crazy. I don't know anyone that don't need no warm up time to just be. He's just the guy straight away, straight off the bat. So the other day he came on, such a point. This week he's getting there. He got an assist. It's just mad. The level is crazy.
I hear that, but do you know what? I would rather not have that than him play like 3-4 games a season, 2 goals and 2 assists, and that's great stats.
Shouts out to Tiny. So I didn't see. Sorry, Rents, I didn't see that Tiny was in the comments as well. Quick one. He said Sterling needs to step up. He's not been good enough. Rashford doo from time needs to move on. Thanks for the service. And then I don't know what the last comment was.
That was part of it. Thanks for your service to the club.
Oh, thanks for your service to the club. Oh, that's nice. It didn't put like a dot, but okay.
But it doesn't sound like a thank you, man.
It sounds like a fuck off.
Get out of here, man. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rance. Yeah, you were saying.
I can't even remember, man.
Oh, so yeah, my bad. It's just I realized I looked over and I was like, "Rad, there's comments." Oh shit. Yeah.
No worries. All right.
Yeah.
What we'll do. Funny enough, we are talking about Man United next.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, we don't want to just focus on Man United because we have a Man United fan that is part of
in the comments.
The Don't Check family, and also in the comments. But also, you know, they are essentially one of the biggest clubs in the world and one of the most successful clubs in Premier League history. But they are fighting technically a relegation battle. They are doing this along with numerous other clubs, all right? In particular, a team that was, you know, labelled as being in the Big Six, Tottenham. And now they are fighting.
Did you say Big Six?
Relegation.
Did you say Big Six or bottom 6?
Well,
currently, bottom 6. But I'm saying that they were labelled as the Big Six, as in like the top 6 teams. And yeah, I mean, it's a different conversation. But when we look at the bottom 3, the bottom 3, I suspect, will all get relegated. And that's the only reason why I don't think Man United will get relegated. But being so close, it means that there is a chance that you can get drawn and really sucked into that area. So to put into context, Man United is on 26 points and Ipswich is on 16 points. And so is Wolverhampton. Now, 10 points is quite a sizable gap, but a few losses and all of a sudden it becomes a problem, right?
And more pressure.
Everton. Yeah, more pressure. Everton won recently, which means that they stopped their gap was on 20 points and they gap 6 points. So actually, you know, it really changes that dynamic. But I think also like the pride that's associated with being in this position is actually a bit shameful, you know, like to be in that position, because there's being in the lower half, but then actually being in a position where you could, even though I don't believe they will get relegated, but they could be in that position. Now, the question is first of all, I mean, just to ask the obvious, which I don't agree, but ask the obvious, do you think, you know, Man United or Tottenham could get relegated? And also, why do they find themselves there? Like, because there's losing, there's not performing well, but why do they find themselves potentially in a relegation battle?
I think that Ash came in and he said he will win a cup. He knew he weren't winning the league, so I think that they're going for the cup. Man United, I think they're a cup team right now, because even their fans about we won the League Cup, we won the FA Cup, and I'm saying, but what going with the Premier League? And they're just talking about cup. You get me? Even the other day, they won the 3rd round against Arsenal, and I thought the FA Cup was done. I thought they won it again. I thought they were back. So I think the focus is on the cup. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, but fun and joke aside, Man United, I reckon that they could get relegated. I reckon that they could. I reckon that them team comes to crunch time to think, wow, we could send Man United down. It could happen. Tottenham, it's just hilarious. I love it. I love it with the Tottenham thing because that guy expressions as well. I don't even know him. Just saying, you see the little videos and stuff. I love it. I love it. Tottenham. Anthony's going to win a trophy. I know he's going for the Carling Cup. We all know he's going for the Carling Cup. They're in the semi-finals. They're 1-0 up. You don't play with Liverpool in the second half. It's over. Liverpool's going to overturn that. And even if they don't, they still won't beat Newcastle. But their league form is abysmal. Like, it's like, sometimes you're happy to see teams lose. You get me a little bit of banter with the brethrens and thing. But seeing Man United like this and Tottenham like this, like, it's not even like they're on the fringe of the bottom half of the table. They're well down, like 15th and 15th or something like that. Like, to me, finishing in the bottom half, a team like Man United or Tottenham or anybody that is in the so-called top six, finishing in the bottom half must be.
Tiny said, I definitely wouldn't put Man U or Spurs in the relegation battle. The teams with less points at the moment will drop more points than both. But it's just embarrassing. FA Cup is dead for me. So I don't even know what the big thing is about Arsenal.
No, do you know what? I hear what Tiny's saying, yeah? But at the same time, if Man City can recover in the league and if the league's still open to be won by other teams, there's only one champion. You can have 3 teams relegated. It's open for me. And like every time that I said, oh, Man United must win that, not to say that they haven't won it, because I've bet on them a couple of times. And no, I bet on Spurs. I'm not going to lie. I haven't bet on Man United. But, Spurs won when I bet on them still.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's mathematically possible. Like Tiny could barely answer how many games they won. Like in the league, they've won like 1/3 of their games. They've played like 22, I believe, and they've won 7.
They won 7 games.
And if they got 26 points,
is it 6 or 7?
That's 21.
No, they've won
21.
They lost 10.
And then they drew 5. See, they lost. Come on, 10. Lost
in the league.
They've lost 10. Yeah, from 22 games.
Yeah. So to put into context, Ipswich are 18th and have lost 12. So the teams that are in the relegation have lost 2 more, only 2 more. So that's where like those 2 losses sound a bit strange.
Seen Ipswich put in some great performances, like some great, like man was on here talking about how well Man United done against Liverpool. I've seen Ipswich do that to teams.
Yeah.
I've seen Ipswich beat Chelsea.
Hey, what's going on?
I think Man U players. Hold on, Tiny said. I think Man U players go into games thinking they've won already, and only fight in the big games.
I mean, that's a lot of games going with that mentality and lose.
If there's a top 6,
like I would
sorry.
I would say like the problem that Man United have is I think it's partly quality. I don't think like there's enough quality to challenge for anything. But I also feel like there's a lack of belief. Like they're not used to this. Like they're not really used to being in that scenario. And sometimes you just need a bit of quality to kind of carry out that scenario. I also don't think so. Part of it, so Ten Hag period, I don't think people really believed in his philosophy or what he wanted from them, and they didn't give it their all. You've got a manager, so you don't have that same excuse. Now they're kind of just learning what's expected of them. But it is at the end of the day, everything we're saying just sounds like excuses. Really, like you shouldn't be in this position as Man United. Like there's a difference between Man United losing and falling out of the top 4. Like
and what
that happens. That could be a few games. What's that?
No, I was asking what you said. Hold on a minute. Tiny said, like he said about only fighting the big games. He said Man City, Liverpool, and Arsenal. He said, get out of here. Quality be serious. The players are not performing. They definitely have the ability. We've seen it.
In
Tottenham have got good players as well. I don't understand what the deal is and why they play the way that they do. Because we've been talking about Man United a lot.
If that be the case, let me ask this Man United fan:
Cool.
how many of your players do you want to keep if they're the quality? Because I know man's been screaming about man needs to get rid of half the team.
Yeah, I heard man say everybody can go. Everyone can go.
Apart from Kobe, and he said Kobe, Garnacho. Did he say Garnacho? Hold on. No, I thought
Garnacho could be on the move anyway.
He's going.
Yeah, that's what I mean. How Chelsea was looking at him.
They are not performing well. Yeah, but who do you want? Who do you want to? How many out of that? I don't know. Out of the first 11 are you keeping?
You've got a squad of 16 at least showing up like on the bench and the starting 11 every week, right? And you will tell me there's good enough quality to beat this game. I'm telling you, Man United do not have enough quality to be in the top 6. They don't have enough quality to be in the top 6. As a minimum.
It's pretty evident. I don't even think it's that good anymore, to be fair.
What's that?
I think that, Maino. I don't think he's what he was cracked up to be, like a year ago. Like I don't know. It's Man United that bunny. I can't see his performances anymore.
Yeah, I don't think
Kobe, this don't suit Kobe. This system don't suit Kobe.
Okay, break it down.
The thing is, like the reality is, if we talk about quality, right? There's quality you can shine through in any system, but you might not be able to get the best of it, right? So as an example, right, Bruno Fernandes, whatever system you play, right, you can see he's a decent player. He might be wasteful, but you can see he's a decent player. You can see he contributes to the team, from my perspective. Right?
I think he's good.
You can see certain players like Diallo, right? When he plays, even under 10 now, he came on and he done well. And you're like, why isn't he playing? He comes and plays for Almiron, and he plays and he's playing well because the quality is coming through, right? For me, I reckon you have to, if you want to challenge, you have to say everybody needs to be on Diallo's level. You need to be able to look at
Diallo's level. Diallo should be a sub. Diallo, Garnacho, Mainu. These should all be players like Dan's. You know, like them players that are like Morton. They should be the players that you might put on. They shouldn't be starting.
But the point is, Diallo is their game changer, right? Diallo's their game changer, right? He's the guy that comes on and says, you know, give me the ball. I want to do something. All right. So whether he or not, he always looks like he's going to do something, right? Whereas Garnacho does that sometimes, and sometimes he don't do it. Right? But you can see there's something there. But then you look at Hoyland, you look at Xerxes. You know what? He's had a good couple of games. Like got a bit of belief after what he did to Saliba, right? But the quality is just not there. It's not what you need. You need a shooter. You need someone. The same for like Arsenal.
Yeah.
The difference between us and Arsenal, obviously, defensively, we don't see as many chances. You know, all these other things. So that hides the fact that going forward, we lack that clinical aspect because actually we can defend their opportunities. We just need to create enough. And now we have corners, you know. So it means that, well, if we get enough corners, we'll score one. But you don't have that trump card. You don't have that joker. You don't have that thing that you can just pull out the back and say, boom, we're going to do something. Your defense. I was going to say, Man United defense is a funny subject because the people that they rate and rave on about, right? They'll talk about Martinez, right? You know, they'll talk about Mazraoui, right? And he's good, right? And I think he's best at right back, right? He can do stuff in a wing back, You do it in a 3, probably do it. That's
Yeah.
that. But actually, defensively, you need Harry Maguire, the player that he's not want to get rid of. You need a Harry Maguire. Lenny Euro has been dubbed multiple times. It's not
He
the
was getting
quality,
roasted the other day.
bro.
But
Roasted.
he's still learning his craft. But he will be cold. I can tell. I can see it. What I wanted to ask real quick was what? Yeah, he will be. So what I wanted to ask Kai was, what was you saying about Mainu not the style not suiting him? What was it? What was it that you was trying to say?
Because but for what they're looking for, if you're gonna play a two in midfield, you either need one of two things, yeah. Because obviously this is a similar system to what Tuchel used to play at Chelsea, right?
Yeah,
So you need two runners that are just gonna go ham. They're gonna like just win you back the ball and offload the ball to the attacking players, or you need players that are gonna control the game, like control either of those. So that doesn't suit them at all. So like when you're talking about when Chelsea had Kante and stuff, where that can cover ground, it's hard to play in the midfield, high pace with two. You're outnumbered. The two in that not going to control it, but he can't control the game by himself. He needs someone else who's going to control it with him. But they
yeah.
don't have that. They don't have that.
So
So he
Tiny-
he
they don't
might
have the
look
quality.
bad in a two.
Sorry, brother.
They do not have the quality in midfield. Definitely not.
I
Tiny.
think that Man United play too defensive. I don't understand how you're going to have 3 at the back, 2 defensive mids, and then 2 wingers, wing back that are defenders.
Yeah,
I just unless you got Trent and Reece or Robertson or somebody that can bomb forward and like really do that work.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get how you're putting all the fresh pressure, attacking pressure on the front 3, because Agate to me and Maino are defensive midfielders.
They are. Well,
Because one of them could be an 8. I'm not going to say that they can't do that, yeah, but I reckon that their primary position is defending midfield.
yeah, I don't know. I see Mainu as an 8.
I see Maino
Sorry,
saying,
what's
but
that?
you know what?
I see Mainu as an 8. I see him as an 8 because that was when he was flourishing. That was when he was starting
Yeah,
to.
but now there is no 8 now though. That's the problem. His position's gone.
Yeah, well, you know what?
His position's gone. It's two defensive midfielders, so he's being held. He's not being able to roam around as much as he may like to join the attacks and stuff like that because he's not playing as an 8 midfielders, 2 wing backs and 2 inside forwards and a striker. So he's not being able. He might lose out in the sense of there is no number 8 in their system.
So what does
Another
that
key
mean?
point.
What does that mean? What does that mean for Maino?
Another
you think?
What does it mean? I don't think they're gonna get rid of him, and I don't think he's gonna flourish either. So
Captain, shut up.
He's not moving his natural thing. Tiny said our B team is the starters because our players that should have been the senior ones to help the Garnacho and Ahmad and them development, but don't because they all poor. We've got to throw a couple kids in the deep end. I guess you do now because you ain't really got a choice. But isn't that similar to? Well, I don't know if they were kids, but I think that when, for example, when Arsenal weren't doing their best, they had like Saka. Saka was really young when he came through, or you know what I mean. So using those younger players and sticking with them, and then them just staying in the team and building from early, and then getting maybe 1 or 2 senior ones to kind of help with them. I think that's a possibility for Man United if they're going to start rebuilding. Because Chelsea just got bare new young players. You get me? There's
we got the youngest squad in the league by far.
Now they're starting. Now they're not smashing it, but they did have a moment. You get what I'm saying? There was a moment where you saw, oh, okay, raw. So the manager is calm. he isn't terrible. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's
But
one of those things. Like, Man United could rebuild like that.
But is it the Frank Lampard though? When Frank Lampard took over Chelsea, he took over a really young squad as well because they had a transfer embargo. Got them red.
That was his choice. That was Frank's choice. That was Frank's choice to do that. He trusted it. He gave most of them their debuts.
What happened next season though? Like next season, when you tried to integrate experience, when you tried to say, all right, so it just fell off a cliff, right? And I think the problem is that
Who's Frank
when you're,
Lampard?
when you're a top team, like progression is only important to a couple of individuals. Like you can only say, do you know what, these are going to be our 2 stars, so we'll give them time. But you need results now, right? You need results now to buy yourself time. And the problem that Man United have is like, do you know what? You're so far away from it that actually you're not going to get Europe, but you're going to try and fight to be in a respectful place. Now, I don't want to focus on Man United because we ain't really talked about Tottenham.
Yeah, we ain't even got the time. It's like a Man United pod.
What has both managers said, Tottenham and Man United? Like they've both made one statement. Why I think that they're in this position. You guys don't know what they said.
Not willing to change. Not willing to change.
They're not willing. Both of them. They're
Not
both
willing.
adamant. They are not willing to change. But do you know what we will change? Their job title.
The title might, maybe where they work, maybe, but the title will stay the same. But the actual
their job title. No, their job title will change.
Unemployed. Is it unemployed?
Is that a title?
What's that?
Is unemployed a title? Okay.
Sounds messed.
Head coach to unemployed. But anyway, I
All right,
digress.
so listen. So what was the Man City? Is the game's done? And did Man City win?
I don't think they did. Did they win?
City's losing 3-2. Sorry, I didn't want to cut Cairo.
Lord have mercy. That is fantastic.
Okay, well I think that's a wicked segue.
That is fantastic.
That's the segue of the century.
Perfect.
They're
So
still going, but they're losing.
How?
Yeah.
So wait, what was they winning? Was they winning 2-0? I can't remember.
Yeah, they were 2-0 up, 2-0 down.
Because what's his name scored? You said Grealish scored. That was
Grealish and
Haaland. Yeah. Dembele.
Then Dembele, Barcola, João Neves.
Yeah.
So,
do you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, it's sad seeing the downfall of these teams. It's sad. It's sad that like
you shouldn't have said he was
Europe
staying.
won't see Manchester. There's no one flying to Manchester.
So the thing is, right?
Yeah.
Is
We got
onto the Man
15
City,
minutes.
right? So Man City, they're currently losing against PSG. They may or may not win, lose, draw, whatever.
Yeah.
But their recent
They
form,
need the win.
right, to put into context, right? They beat Ipswich. They drew to Man.
6-0.
What's that?
Yeah, 6-0.
Yeah, they beat Ipswich convincingly. They drew to Brentford, which was like last minute again. So they're getting a habit of conceding last minute. They beat Salford, and they beat West Ham 4-1, and they beat Leicester 2-0. Right now, the thing is although that is like a bit of a resurgence, because remember they went through a period of just not winning, they were losing goals. They are currently 5th in the league and only 6 points behind Arsenal in second. And the reason why we call it a resurgence and the reason why we're having this topic is because we know old Man City. We don't know what kind of Man City is going to finish the season. But old Man City, like, if they can find the old Man City, they can win the rest of the games, right? which
Oh no, we're not doing this, man. It's done. That's gone.
Oh, that
That
style.
team is
wait,
done.
Yeah,
wait,
because
wait, 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 wait.
they
Eh,
can't do the
Because
one. They haven't got Rodri.
I'm not saying that Man City will go and win the rest of the games. I don't think the old
Yeah.
Man City will come
No,
back.
they're not.
But we're seeing a Man City that can, on their day, slap teams, right? Now,
Yeah.
we're looking at the caliber of teams. I think, okay, cool. I understand.
Dude, yeah.
But again, and this is
Yeah.
why important to you, Mr. Chelsea, right? They're
Yeah.
2 points behind you. And guess
Yeah, I
who
know.
they're
And
playing
guess who they got? Yeah, I know.
with? So all of a
Yeah, but
sudden,
that's just
right
Chelsea's luck.
out of it, they're in top four.
That's
Now, the
just
moment they get into top four, game mode might switch
They're
back
gonna smell
on.
blood. They're gonna smell blood. It's gonna be like
They're making
sharks
about
in the
5
water.
signings this window. You know, they're the most active team in this.
yeah, but they're signing like 20-year-olds and that. They're not signing
They're
real
signing
guys.
players for the future.
You
Same
just was
thing, bro.
boasting that Chelsea have the youngest squad in the Premier League. So
Yeah, but no,
is that not
that's
a good thing?
fine. But players that have been playing for Chelsea have been playing for a season or two. These guys are coming from abroad straight into Man City and or what expected to start and turn them into a championship winning team. No chance.
Do you know what? They're going to do that, but I think that they're going to have a better chance than the players that have gone to Chelsea, in my opinion. And the reason why I say that is
Well,
because
yeah.
the places that they've gone to sign, there's room for them to play. Like, I'll be like Jack Grealish and being like, yeah, do you know, this is our guy. The guy scored 1 goal today in beyond the year. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, so they're going to have man that is going to come and play. The thing with Chelsea is you've got 3 teams, man, that most probably ain't even put on a Chelsea shirt. Still. Like,
Everyone's paid, man.
yeah,
Alright,
but
Everyone's
like
paid.
you've
We've
got
got
man
two
like
squads.
you've got 2 squads.
So
Yeah,
like-
fair enough. You've got 2 squads, yeah, but you've got 3 lovely. Odegaard needed a goal, man. You've got players that
Oh, sorry, not finished.
Yeah.
yeah, Chelsea's got players that that people have no understanding. Go for him, like Jadon Sancho, loan with obligation to buy. I don't even see my guy playing that much. I don't see him playing enough. Like as you were saying the last time, and I don't really know much about Chelsea's squad, so I'm just going to put that disclaimer there. Like they was going on wicked. Not Nathan. Is it Nathan Chalobah? Trevor.
Yeah.
No, Trevor, yeah.
Trevor Chalobah. Like he got dismissed. He was in the group of Chilwell. Correct me at any point that I'm wrong, please. He was in the Sterling, Chilwell. He was with that crew. That you guys, you ain't even got. Yeah, you ain't even got a place in any squad. You it's dead. If you're gonna stay, you stay playing League Cup or FA Cup possibly, and that's crazy. Like to stay and just play for them games. Do you get what I'm trying to say? And now they've called him back. What happened? Have you guys got injuries? Like
Injuries.
No,
what happened?
yeah, we do have injuries. We have
100.
in our centre backs. Obviously, Fofana was the main starting centre back. He got injured. He's most likely going to be out for the rest of the season. And what's his
Sorry,
Badia's
Tyrone. 1 second. But if say for instance Trevor Chalobah stayed, does he play in front of Fofana?
No.
Okay, cool. As you will. Go on.
I didn't want to, me personally, I didn't want to see Trevor Chalobah go. I didn't think they were the players. That's why it worked out the same. I think it was the FFP thing because Trevor Chalobah's from the academy, and that's with these talents that come through academies because teams need to be able to fund their foreign players. They're going to get rid of the English homegrown academy talents unless they are the best player in their start. So you look at the likes of all the City guys that they let go, like Cole Palmer. Really and truly, that was stupid. Everyone saw that. But let go of Lewis Hall, who was part of our academy and now has gone to Newcastle and starts. Timo Livramento, same thing. He starts for Newcastle as well. So all these players, Mark Gahey, we them, and we was thinking about getting them back. So all of that's gonna carry on happening until they figure it out.
You see Mark Gahey, yeah? Like, how long ago was he at Chelsea? Because I've only known him at Palace. Like,
Academy player,
was he like a big
If
transfer
I'm
or something?
Mark Gahey was there when I think Frank Lampard was there.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
So did he get sold to did he get sold to Palace?
Palace, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. They're getting this pro profit FFP thing and all of that. City are kind of doing the same thing with some of their young talents. And I think it will just be a league wide. Everyone's looking at these guys and like, oh yeah, we can go and get them.
The question is, right? I'll ask you that question. Are Chelsea finishing above Man City?
Are they?
I think so.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't even know how to answer that.
I think they do.
They said
I think they do because no matter what, they score lots of goals. They
a
score
lot of goals. I think for City, because they got no legs in the middle anymore, they're just teams don't fear them, they just go straight at them. Whereas for the last 3, 4, I'd say 6, 7 years, teams were even scared to even play against them. Now teams are like, you know what? Yeah, don't worry, we're ready to go. Yeah, if we go at them, we can get something. Even if we get nothing, we're fine with it. But you're so much closer. You're closer than you've ever been.
With Man City as well, I think that you're going.
So, just a quick one. I just think it's an aura in Manchester. I don't think Man City or Man United. I think there's something in the water in Manchester because have you noticed how many home games they've lost? Home games.
A lot.
It's unheard of.
A lot.
It's the hard water.
It's messed up Man City. It's messed up Man City's whole thing. Their stats look mad now.
But they're still not in the worst position though. I'm not even gonna lie. When you look at how bad Man City have done, and I know this coincides with expectation. Twisted, yeah, it coincides with expectation. But they've done bad. But they're still miles ahead of other teams, and you just think, how are you so low?
They don't draw much. They just win games.
Was crazy. Their start of the season, they were gone.
Yeah.
So that's kept them up there where no one was really keeping that pace bar Liverpool, and then they fell off, and Liverpool kept that same consistency. Raw to even see City down there was mad because you were so far ahead of everyone else that it's you kind of.
But the thing is, as JR said, yeah, it's not for Man City to finish second. It would and it would be. You'd say, what a terrible season.
They could end up runners up.
To be fair,
if Arsenal could win the league, which is for me, there's no chance. Yeah, there's no stopping. City are closer to Arsenal than Arsenal are to Liverpool.
Yeah, that is true. But with Arsenal and City, I think what happened was as well with City. It's Arsenal now. I don't know what happened at the start of the season.
4-2.
No.
They might be out of the Champions League.
You know what?
I don't understand. Do they just go to bed in the second half? What is going on? Man's got gun fingers and everything.
They're sitting 25th right now, which is out of the qualifications.
It's out. Yeah, it's out.
They got one more game.
I'm going back to an old theory that if Man City do really badly, they're not going to get punished as harsh. I think the reality is that if they were still smashing teams, I reckon that they're going to get less of a punishment. You know, like if you've done something bad and you said you're going to get 10 lashes, you get me? And they're saying, boy, do you know what? We can ease this up to about 3 lashes. You get me?
If I start crying early.
You.
What ones did you go sleep? What we saying? Anybody talking about any transfers? anybody that they want coming into the team were very short on time.
I don't think it's going to happen for Arsenal.
Oh, any players whatsoever?
None.
I think we're going to get another Sterling.
You have secured it for the summer.
Oh, what's his name, innit?
Zubimendi.
Nobody. No, because
I thought it was agreed.
Didn't Liverpool agree last season, Zubimendi? I'm just saying. So you see that did I see them in the Arsenal shirt? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Or see them behind the table and the paper? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not interested because Liverpool, as far as I'm concerned, they were a dead cert to get the Zuba dead cert.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad that we didn't.
Why?
Did you say why?
Well, they're top and they've got no reason to need Zubimendi. They didn't even need Chiesa or Chiesa, whatever his name is.
Yeah, but if we had said Zubimendi, what would we have done with Gravenberch? Because we couldn't get
it's not both for them.
So.
Sometimes it's not one for the other, and I think we look on things because as soon as, say, for instance, and I'm taking it out of position, as soon as Salah gets injured, you'll be like, "Raw, we need to like." No, you've got bare players up front. Nunes, Gakpo. Sorry to change the position, but I'm next. No. Nunes, Gakpo, Jota.
Diaz.
Yeah, man. So it's Diaz. Did you get what I'm trying to say? You've got bare players. So some men have the whole bench and you have to rotate. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, do you know why they're doing so well? All of that rotation. Do you get what? They've already got the rotation. Nunes might be upset, but do you know what it might be? It might be a Premier League medal around his neck and you can be upset a little more. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Everyone's got to play their part. So it's not, this is my position and it's done because look, Saka's out for 4 to 6 months. He's already been out for a big period and that was his position. Literally, we've been saying for years, he can't even, Sterling can't even get on the
ground like that. Like, it's like modern day slavery.
So that's what I'm saying. You could have done with both of them. Even though Gravenberch is doing a great job. Do you get what I'm trying to say? You could have mixed it up.
But we wouldn't have known. My point was that we wouldn't have used him in that way. We wouldn't have used Gravenberch. It was only until we realized, we can't. We don't have the option. That was when he started playing there.
Let me ask you something, because you was bigging up my brother last season, yeah, and I don't know if he's even played this season. What happened to your number 3?
Endo.
Yeah, what happened to him?
He's a baller though.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not baller. I'm just saying has he played? Like, I'm just asking.
He comes on, like you said, he comes on. He's a squad player.
Okay,
I would like to see him play more, but he played on the weekend. He played centre back.
Like to see nobody play more.
He played centre back. He played centre back the other day. I'm happy with Endo. He's calm.
Okay.
He must be, apart from Martinez, he's got to be the shortest centre back in the Prem.
Quick question.
But he's a midfielder, isn't it?
Yeah, but he could, and he played in centre back. Yeah.
How many goals does Pedro Neto have in the Premier League?
Pedro Neto.
I know the answer, so I'm not gonna.
1 though.
How many does his career in the Premier League?
Pedro Neto. I have no idea how many he has in the Premier League career. I only care about the ones he has in the blue shirt.
Has he got that one against Arsenal, isn't it?
Yeah. Wow.
What's interesting?
Yeah.
Well, what's interesting is that I think that there's a lot of players who aesthetically, you know, the way they play, like bad boys, right? Pedro Neto, because I was shocked when I learned how many goals he's got in the Premier League. You know.
No.
How many goals he's got in his career?
In his career? 10.
In the Premier League.
10.
He's got 12
How many
goals.
losses has Ipswich had?
In 130 appearances, he's got 12 goals.
That's close.
Why man paid 50 million.
Yeah.
Man has got 11 goals prior to joining your team.
Yeah.
Now,
Everyone saw he was Wolves' best player. No matter how many goals he scored, everyone knew that. Because look at Wolves now, because they lost
I'm
Pedro
pretty
Neto.
sure you wouldn't mind having
no,
him.
it was,
They got Kuna. They got Matthias Kuna.
there was
Yeah, and where are they with Mateus Cunha? Because they weren't there when they had Pedro Neto.
there were sales, bro.
Where were they when they had Neto?
They were comfortably.
They sold their
What
captain.
position?
They should never sold their best. They sold their best two defenders in the past 3 years. They sold what's his name? Went to Everton, and they sold Max Gilman. Went to West Ham, and that's where they messed up, right? Because do you know what? Their wingers are decent. Like they replaced the wingers, but their midfield defense is terrible. Terrible. It's not a question of whether they can score. They can do that, but defensively they're terrible. They'll always concede. But I just thought, on the topic of transfers, when we start to look at what kind of player do we want, personally, I would take Cunha because I know he has a mix of what Trossard has and a mix of what Martinelli has. And I mean, he's a decent dribbler. Like, he's got a bit of pace. And, you know, he's got a much better brain than Martinelli, people like you. So I take that. Because I think in those moments when we need someone to be a bit sharper, a bit smarter, he'd make different decisions. And he's proven he can score some goals. We're linked with Sesko. Now, Sesko, funny enough, scored for goals. In the battle of the strikers between Gyökeres and Sesko, they both scored in the Champions League. And Sesko would change the dynamic of the field because we create chances.
Your audio keeps on cutting out, bro.
Sorry,
yeah, it's just we've got to try and just keep it smoother. Because it's like, you know, like we're being passionate about and we're speaking and that, but it's chopping while we're doing it. So just got to be.
Yeah, so basically we got to get a player who change the dynamic because we get a player who would be really focused on scoring. Whereas you got a player that is focused on playing. Just looking to play ball. Like, and we had another striker who just focused on dribbling, and now he's done his knee. So actually, like we need that striker to change the dynamic. So if we got those two transfers,
yeah,
I'd be with that. We're also being linked with Douglas Luiz, but I think somebody needs to go in the midfield before we get Douglas Luiz. We're linked to move it on the loan, and I'd take a loan definitely. And Jorginho.
Luiz from Villa, the old Villa player.
Yeah.
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 We don't want his girlfriend on our team though. She can
Yeah,
no, I don't think.
Yeah, they go together, innit?
I don't think it will work. You're saying.
So what is that instead of Mourinho, the Moreno or whatever? Are you guys not happy with him?
I think that we're losing players like Partey and Jorginho, so I think we're trying to be one step ahead with the cover.
As well as.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Moreno?
I think that I don't know what I was looking for in Marino, to tell you the honest to God truth. Like, I wouldn't say, do you know what, I think he can do this. So I was really just trying to keep an open eye, but he seems pretty comfortable in attack. Do you get what I'm trying to say? He seems like a decent baller still. I ain't really got no complaints as of yet. I just think maybe, I don't know what I expected, so it's not what I expected, but I don't know what I expected, if that makes any sense at all. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you feel that you say, oh, you want every player to be fast and this and all of these attributes and
whatever.
Yeah, you just, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about him and Rice in the middle. I just don't know. I'd have to see a bit more, but it just feels a bit slow.
It's first season as well, so he still needs to cook in it. So
yeah, I'm not saying he's done badly.
Yeah,
I'm still
I think
undecided.
Marino's different. I think he's not like naturally quick, so he needs to play when we're dominating possession. He looks good. When it's turned over and he has to run back, he just doesn't have the pace.
Yeah,
I
but you
think, like,
can't have that at Arsenal because everything happens in an instance. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? When you guys have
He's
your
like
transition.
Jorginho.
yeah,
Mourinho's like Jorginho. He's
Yeah.
like Jorginho 2.0. His passing is
Yeah.
sublime. Like the man can pass. I'm trying to say, so I just don't see how you have Mourinho and Jorginho in the same team.
yeah.
We done it today. We
Yeah.
done it today. But
That's good.
they're the same player. One is just a
Yeah.
bit taller.
Yeah. But I
Do
you
you
know,
guys know where Jorginho is from? Sorry,
He's Brazilian.
I never knew.
he sounds
Yeah.
Brazilian.
He's Brazilian.
Jorginho.
Even though he plays, he's Brazilian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Brazilian. He's yeah. He's, yeah.
Do you guys know where Mario Balotelli's from?
Oh, is he Ghanaian or something?
I'm not
Is he
sure.
Ghanaian?
I know he's not
Yeah,
Italian.
He is.
Okay,
Yeah.
big up for the confirmation
Go
there.
on, Tim.
yeah. You know where Van Dijk is from?
Van Dijk.
Mm.
Is he from Suriname?
Yeah.
From where?
Suriname.
I didn't hear you. He's from
Suriname.
where?
Suriname.
I've never heard. Where's that?
Like David, Edgar Davids, like what's the other Dutch Don's name? The one in the middle. Huh? You know the dark skin?
Suriname.
Yeah.
Seedorf.
Seedorf. They're from there, bro.
No, thanks for the geography lesson, but where's that, bro?
The Dutch Caribbean.
Yeah.
Okay.
One side, it's a bit away from that, on the West Indies, but it's like on that side, closer to like America.
Bare bad man footballers from there.
Yeah,
Serious ballers.
because you know what? If you go to
Shit out of a coconut.
enough of them, you see bare flags. You see bare flags.
I think we need to sort out the I don't know if it's the app or if it's our own devices, but I think the sound has not been good today, man.
Yeah, I think it's the sound. But yeah, cool. So where we there? On set. So what we saying about
Winners and losers?
Come on, let's react.
Well,
Be a unanimous Arsenal this week, I tell you that for free.
Where we at? Who's going first?
go Cairo, bro. You've been quiet, man. What are you quiet?
Oh, me, yeah. No, I'm not quiet. Ren said it can't be Arsenal, and I said, why not?
Oh, I say unanimous Arsenal like last week.
Nah.
I don't know.
You contributed.
And I'm not arguing it. I'm not just,
No,
I'm
I
just
didn't
saying
say
it's not
arguing.
going to be a unanimous. No, I'm saying it's not going to be a unanimous like last week. That's all I said. I know I contributed. I'm sure I was the first person to go first and say Arsenal was my losers. So
You said
I'm
winners
aware of
and
what I
losers,
said.
isn't it?
Bigger Arsenal thing. Anyway, dead breast. Anyway, we
I'm
got
better than Chelsea.
Still dead.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so losers of the week.
Yeah.
It could have been Arsenal, but it's not going to be Arsenal because their neighbours are worse.
Yeah, Chelsea. Shit in the top four.
Man, Spurs, yeah. Tottenham were 3-0 down to Everton, which is not good at all.
No.
So yeah, it has to be Spurs, especially when they're in the semi-final. Could go to the final if they win against Liverpool, but if they're gonna be losing, they're gonna be down to their mother side. They have to get there first, and if they're bringing 3-0 down to Everton, it won't get there. It won't make it to Wembley. So the losers are going to have to be Spurs for this week because that was not good. And the winner, or the winner, I'm going for one individual, is Darwin Núñez because he saved them he gets a lot of criticism, man, and credit when credit's due. He came on, done his thing, was clinical. People say that he's not, took his chances, and he may get more game time from it because Arne Slot doesn't really give him the rubber to green on most weeks. So the fact that won them the game, he might get a bit more, especially away at Brentford as well. That's a difficult place to go. They win a lot of home games. They get a lot of points at home. Probably one of the best teams in
They had
Europe
some
at home.
opportunities as well to win the game.
Them
To actually
goals, the problem thing, were
from early.
Darwin was very, very important for Liverpool and the chase that they're putting up for the title. Or well, chase or running away with it, whatever. Owen Nunes with those 2 goals, I think he's the winner of the week. Him personally.
Cool. Big up. Who's next?
Cool.
What are you saying, Jamal?
Winners, I would have to say Liverpool. The reason why I say Liverpool is because we haven't finished top yet, but we're currently top of the Champions League and we're top of the league at the moment, so that's pretty simple. So I'm just gonna say Liverpool. Losers, I was torn between the relegation battle, the teams that we were talking about, Man United and Spurs, and I'm gonna go with Spurs. I think that I see a lot of potential in the team. I just don't understand why they just. Well, I do understand why, because Ange just won't change. He's not a good manager, is he?
The team.
I think the loser is Ange Postecoglou. I don't even think it's Spurs. I retract that statement and I say that the loser is Ange Postecoglou because he's just not willing to adapt. He just doesn't, and he's making himself look even worse. Like, I think he doesn't care about it, but he's got an issue, man, and his attitude stinks.
The only thing that's saving him is that they're in that semi-final.
Hold on
Otherwise, he would have been
Even the semi-final, it's the aggregate league.
If that was any other Spurs manager, they'd be sacked. If Harry Redknapp was the manager, if it was anyone else, they would.
Do you think he's staying in? What factor makes him stay?
He could go in. He could go by the next game.
If he loses to Liverpool, it's Liverpool. It's that semi-final. If they're out of that competition, because you know silverware, he's gone because they ain't gonna win any more games in the league, and no one has faith in them to win the FA Cup. So you might as well just cut the time now.
No. So okay.
So that was my winners and losers. So my winners again, Liverpool for being top, and Tottenham losers because they're shit. And Ange Postecoglou because their manager just doesn't have. He does not have Danny LaRue. Just doesn't have a clue. Scooby Doo.
I think my winners for this week are Crystal Palace. I've been surprised with their form lately, and I was really skeptical of whether they could beat West Ham, especially with West Ham getting a new manager and then winning their previous game. I was really skeptical. I was really going to win this one, and I really did kind of tip West Ham too. So Crystal Palace's current form makes me choose them for the winners this week. And as it's losers, as in plural, I'm just going to throw both of them in here, because they're losers for us to say, to have our first topic are Man United and Tottenham in a relegation battle. That's real losers. To even have a topic about them, that are they going to be in a relegation battle? And I'm like, we're 22 games into the season as well, or around that. Do you get what I mean? So yeah, for both. And one reason for Man United as well is when they lost, I heard man screaming, "Oh no, no, oh no!" They were already 2-1 down. before his era. So like, even trying to blame Onana for the third goal, cool. Do you get that? No, it's not cool. I don't even know why I'm saying cool. It's not cool. You were already 2-1 down. I didn't see no prospects from the highlights that I saw.
What was it? A
of you
long ball?
even-
The first goal was a the first goal was a long ball. Nothing difficult to defend. Just a ball over the top, and then the other goal was like a swivel and then hitting the back of
Listen, somebody said Mazraoui was good. He was folded bent up on the post. Listen, the way he hit that post. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Let's be real. Do you think, look at the size of Matoma and look at the size of Maz. He should never have snuck in there. He should never have been given up at pause if that is pausey. But
yes, sir. Yummy.
No, don't say stuff like that. But he should never have got the ball and put it in the net. Never.
Yeah. He should have never put the miles in. But yeah,
Swiftly, JR, winners and losers.
Yeah. Don't want to hear about man the back of next man. Still.
Yo, Trimmer, get some water.
Yeah. I've been drinking the jungle juice.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up quickly. So my win this week are for what they did. After I watched that game, they were convincing. They were actually convincing. They done a job. Like they gave Newcastle nothing. Like Newcastle have one of the best strikers in the world right now, and he got nothing. He didn't in the first half. He didn't get a shot. Not even a shot off target or nothing. He didn't get a shot. So they done a real job, and they slapped him convincingly. So they are the winners. The losers, multiple people, the Man United, Tottenham's, even Arsenal. But to be honest, I feel there's only one true loser, and that's Ipswich. They lost 6-0 at home, right? And like it didn't look like they were offering much. They didn't look like they were giving.
They can't play Chelsea every week. Leave them alone.
Good evening.
Good evening, but we didn't lose. And then
2-0 up.
I'm going to enjoy this.
2-0 up.
You know what? You guys were second in the Premier. Do you remember that?
Oh my gosh.
No win.
Why does everybody always save it till the last moment?
No, it doesn't matter. It's smoky settings.
Tiny and Ren's done this last week. I went at it. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, proper went through it. Like,
I'm telling you, I told JR video. Check out the footage. Do you get what I'm saying? All I'm doing is stating facts.
Cool.
2-0 up.
Can I ask you something? Did we get anything?
Oh my God.
See, every time I do know this is it. You see, at the end of the pod, when I ask Cairo questions, I just get silence, and then I hear, Arsenal won Europe.
We did.
That's true, though.
So, did we get any points from that game? 2-0 up.
Yeah, you got 1 point.
Ipswich?
No. Did you get any points from the teams that you? What kind of silly question is that?
We were at Ipswich in the league.
You tell me.
I don't know. I know they're in the relegation zone, but I don't know what position between 20 and 18.
Oh wait, I'll come back to bite you soon. Don't worry.
No, we beat them the other day, mate.
Yeah, there's gonna be more.
No.
United in the league.
Any more banter for you when you're back in the top 4? Now,
let's
wrap this up.
Are we not in the top 4?
I told you, I'm saving it till you get in the top 4.
Are we not in the top 4?
I know, but I don't feel like it. Are you
okay? All right. Yeah.
Smoky settings.
All right, cool. So,
all right. So, obviously, that was the penultimate ultimate thing to say. And just to kind of round up, like we will see in the next couple of weeks, first of all, what the transfer will bring, and that will usher in the final straight for the end of the season. We'll find out where everyone's going to end up and if we're going to win. Now Chelsea will win the what's the name of that cup again?
Conference League. No, sorry, that's the wrong one.
They will win that. Like
they actually will win that.
Do you know what it is? If they don't win it, who are you guys playing tomorrow? Noah.
It's impossible, man. It's impossible, bro. It's impossible that Chelsea don't win.
Shamrock Rovers.
Like, I think you should sack your manager if you don't win that. Like really,
you should set your manager for not winning nothing too.
What's that?
Do you know what? Yeah, if Arsenal had the budget of Chelsea and they didn't win anything, I would sack him too. I would agree with you.
Arsenal spent 700 mil since Arteta's been there and ain't won nothing.
You spend that in January.
It's about you can't talk to
January. Bro, you since he's been, you spend that in 1 January.
Oh, hey, man.
January.
We come rob Arsenal's chain, man. We're the best team in London. Boom, boom, bow. Let's go.
You don't even believe that.
Yeah, I do believe that. Yeah. You ain't got no European Cup. You won 1 FA Cup in 6 years. You ain't doing nothing. You're just bridesmaids. Okay. You like to finish second. You ain't got nothing going for you right now. Second out, you're going to drop more points.
But Arsenal finished in second. You're right, you know. And I want you to understand. And I think this is what people fail to understand. Like me growing up, I got quite a bit of years on you still. But me growing up, I saw Arsenal finish second to Man United a few times. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That is the truth from my heart. You get me? I've seen Arsenal win a couple of times as well. Do you get what I'm saying? And lately we've been finishing second. So your point there, I'm used to it. It's not necessarily in my DNA. I've grown up and I've seen Arsenal win all of these things like Man United. So I know where my team's at. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I know that Chelsea wasn't a real team until maybe you were born. I'm not sure how old you are, but 2002 is when you came alive. So the history of your team is within my lifespan. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So fair enough. Your team's done well with the infrastructure that they've had from 2002, and I'm glad that you've been able to see that. But my team have been consistent. Did your team finish in the top 10 last season?
Yeah. We finished 6th. What is going on?
I'm asking because I'm just saying I know that it's not Champions League, and I thought, it's Man United, isn't it? Sorry, Man United. No, one team got into the Europe through a cup. And I just couldn't remember who it was still. So instead of me coming at you and say you didn't, what I'll do is I'll ask because I'm not sure. You get what I'm saying?
Makes sense. Yeah, you know what I'm sure about?
I'm sure that we're above you in the league. I'm sure that we're in the Champions League.
I'm sure about Arsenal not winning.
I'm sure as well is that we're going to do better than you. And I'm sure we're going to do better than you in Europe. As in, even if you win that cup, it doesn't even mean anything because you're 2 leagues below Arsenal, where Arsenal are. So even if you win, that's like it's dead. It's you can't even be proud of that. Like do you know? I can't tell you what you kind of can't be proud of, but that is a shame. It's a shame that you're even in that cup. That's the fact of the matter.
I think
and in the league, you're not going to finish above Arsenal. Do you get? I put money on it. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, you're not. Squad, even with us not buying no one, you ain't gonna finish above us. So, like, Rod, you know, if we really want to go this way, let's put money on the line, innit?
Yeah, we don't.
I'll check that out, man.
Money on the line.
I think we need to do forfeits. I think we need to do a forfeit. So if Chelsea don't do this, or if Arsenal don't do that, there should be a forfeit.
I'm putting money up on the line. I'm putting it. I have it right now, but that's how confident I am.
So I think I agree with Trim. I think that what we do in the next episode, you both bring your forfeit suggestions and you bring ultimatums that if Chelsea finish above or Chelsea win it and Arsenal don't, and vice versa, then this is what the other person has
Cool, we'll figure it out. That's no
Or-
problem. I'm
Or
down.
we can
I'm
put
fully
it
on
out
it.
there and so that we can see like if anybody engages.
I don't
with
trust
us,
fruity people like that. I don't treat people are funky, and this is the internet. I'm not into that. I'd rather figure out myself.
Like,
Nah.
going on?
I'm not Mr. Beast or one of them man that listen to people out on the internet and in the comment. No,
Beast,
sir. I'm just shutting that down one time.
And on that bombshell, we'd like to say goodbye and thank you for
Peace.
God bless.
listening to everyone. Subscribe, big up the network.
Yeah, big up Full Time Network, big up Com, big up
Coleman.
everyone, all the other teams in the network as well.
Big up the missing Man United, man.
Yeah. Bless
Big up
you.
Ruben. He has to fix the TV screen in the changing room.
Cool.
Bless up.
Bless up, everyone. Have a great evening and see you next time.
Don't trip.
Don't trip.
We out.
Goodbye, double bass, Nika.
Live.
And we are done.